Hi, it's Stephen Englander, or rather I'm Stephen Englander. Thanks for joining me. Tonight we're going to look at Wetherspoons, Facebook shut down, and the Tories are back in town. Anything I say, I don't really mean any offence. I just want to give the news as I see it, and how it affects small businesses, because my loyalty, along with Accounts Direct, is always to small businesses. That's why we make great bookkeepers and accountants. Is that a good shout out, Graham? You told me to shout out and say that. We're
amazing,
introducing.
yeah, wonderful.
Thank you. But you're very happy.
Very happy with the show.
I like people to be happy.
It's been a wonderful minute.
And what's more, we do produce a lot more programs than this one you're watching, and you can watch them on podcasts and all sorts of media all over the place. So just check in at your favourite, and if we're not there, let us know and we'll make sure that we are there. So we'll get back to the first story tonight, which is the pub chain Wetherspoons. So why are they in the news? Well, they've lost a very lot of money. How much have they lost? £60 million or something. 160 million pounds they've lost. And why do we care? Well, we don't. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to see all these big chains go bankrupt, because I think they have an unfair advantage over small businesses. Why can't people, instead of going to Wetherspoons, go and have lunch or dinner or have a drink at your local pubs owned by individuals? Why does everyone have to go to chains? And it's because they've always got an unfair advantage of opening the high streets, pushing other people out, unfair practices. Now, I can't prove any of this, and I'm not even looking to prove any of this. But one thing I will say, it's been COVID. A lot of people have struggled to not lose money and to keep the businesses afloat. So how does a big firm like Wetherspoons lose money? Well, I went online. Unfortunately, I spilt a bottle of water on my thing here, but I looked at some of their abbreviated accounts. They're a PLC, so the accounts are like 98 pages long. But I just printed out a summary, and there's a few things that I wanted to bring to people's attentions when you're looking at accounts. First of all, they're saying they lost a lot of money in the year ending July 2020, but we didn't go into lockdown until March 2020. So when in March did we go into lockdown? Was it middle of March? End of March. So we've got April, May, June, July. So that's 4 months for them to lose that amount of money. It's not a full year's trading, and that's another thing that confused me, because when we look at the sort of normal activities, they're not actually losing money. The money seems to be lost on other things other than their core activities, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But I think they're using COVID as an excuse for a bad year. But when you look at something else as well, when I looked at the accounts, because accounts show lots of things, that they seem to have spent an awful lot of money on refurbishments, which is good luck to them. But they've done refurbishments at a time when staff have been paid by furlough. Had the staff not been on furlough and we hadn't had COVID, they'd have had to have these refurbishments done anyway, and they'd have had to to stop staff coming to work and still pay them, as well as not being open. So sometimes figures are fudged, and they're not always to be trusted, which goes back to where a clearer audit trail of things. Because if I wanted to invest in Wetherspoons, I might be more put off by the fact that there's other things going on that isn't showing the true figures. Obviously, if you're investing in a firm, you want to see that they're making profits. But as I say, I haven't got any particular gripe with Wetherspoons or anyone else, and I don't think they're doing anything wrong. It's just a little sleight of hand sometimes that I don't like. It's great that they pull up with cheap discounted beer, but at the end of the day, you're losing it because you're getting inferior food and inferior everything and no real entertainment. Whereas your local pubs, you've got your homemade cooking, and you've got the guys from the community, and you've got whatever it is that used to be good about pubs. You like your pubs, Graham?
I used to. Since I became a dad, I stay away from it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. And it is part of the community. And like someone was saying before when they came in, it's nice having somewhere you're going to know the names of people. Well,
that's it, isn't it? I'm not a drinker, and I'm not a big socialiser. But in the days when I was younger, when I used to go into local wine bars and wherever I used to go, the more posh places, they knew who I was.
Yeah.
And so they made a, they sort of made allowances for that when
they all
when
know who you are for the wrong reasons.
But I think that's so important with small businesses. Who are your customers? I know when people come to me, sometimes you don't always recognise everyone, but you talk around it and you think, oh yeah, that's who you are, But in the main, we whichever accountant's dealing with who, we know everybody's names, and not because we're trained to remember them. We just know people, and I just don't like that faceless thing of over the phone, like you're just a number. And I think it's so important. And then if they did go bump, then that means that there'll be lots of people out there no longer working for Wetherspoons that will now come back to the smaller firms that need them more and appreciate them more.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because I know after Brexit and all that nonsense and the way they treat the staff and stuff, a lot of people were like, yeah, Wetherspoons are going down. And, I don't think they are at all. I think this.
No, they're not going to go down.
It's clever.
They've been going for nearly 40 years.
Yeah.
They're the king of the pound a pint. Do you remember? I don't drink, and I know that. Charlie, you've been pulled off the floor a few times, haven't you, coming out from pubs? Didn't you mention before that you would much rather go to your local, that's the owners, rather than go to a faceless corporate?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with restaurants, and you sort of. I mean, anyway, we're not here on to talk about Wetherspoons. It's just I was in the Trafford Centre a few months ago, and I went there for a bite to eat. I didn't like it. I didn't like their attitude. So anyway, but Facebook, they went offline. Marvellous.
Yeah, they did.
Tech company, and they were what a load of prats. Honestly, do they actually care what they're doing? Do you actually believe it was a glitch? I mean, a major world software company owning the major world software brands, and they've got a glitch. Should it go offline?
There was loads of conspiracies that someone had deleted a certain amount of code off it and all this.
Right. So it's a sabotage attack.
That's what they're saying.
That's worrying as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But why would we care about it? Again, why would we care? And it's because so many people, especially in small businesses, and they communicate that way, and it shows you could be stopped all the time. I mean, we've got we have to spend. We probably spend about 20 times a month in internet fees than most firms, because we have leased lines that make sure we're up 24/7, and if the major networks went down, we'll still be online, because I think it's important to be online, because we've got a lot of work to do. We had a problem with Messenger a while ago with our website, and so we've just said, no, we're not having this, and we just found another service provider. So you don't actually have to use Facebook or YouTube. I mean, our Hayden, who I've got to tell you has been sat here all day stroking his new camera, and it's made me very worried. He's been taking pictures of his camera. But I suppose that's a passion for you. But no, even Hayden, he's coming away from YouTube because of the amount of betting they do, and he's gone over to what's he gone over to? Odyssey, which is an alternative YouTube type thing. So there are alternatives for Facebook. In fact, loads. All these. I'm trying to think of what else. Who are we using instead of Messenger?
Well, it's our own internal software,
so nobody can touch it. So whatever we do, they can't stop us doing it. And I've always found that this is my argument a while ago with Amazon and eBay and all these auction sites, that you build a business around them and they can pull the plug any time. They can hold back cash. So it's great to have them as well, but we really need to be driving people to our own websites where we're using all our add-ons and tech that's our own, and it's not expensive. It is our Messenger bot any dearer than using Messenger?
I think it was like license.
It's a license,
software,
isn't it?
It's just a few quid. The difference is
it's like 10 quid a year or something, isn't it?
Something like that. But there's it goes straight to a member of staff who's here in the office using it, named.
And we can control it, can't we? Did you want me, Charlie? Did you wave?
I said a member of staff, and it's meant to be me.
Is it you? Oh, you're our new. Sorry, Charlie is our new PR guy, who's he's going to be the face of our company, or behind the scenes face.
There you go. So if you want a private message, Charlie.
If you want to private message Charlie, he's open. Charlie's being given a brief. You know what, Charlie? We're starting the process in next week of really getting going with our flotation. So we'll be a listed company on the stock market. We need you making sure that we've got regular people joining our family of clients, and just generally knowing more about us and engaging more with existing clients to make sure everybody's happy. See what we do for you guys. We're spending all this money just to give you a better service. It'll put less money in my pocket, but it's sometimes you just got to go for it, don't you? So
I've got to say as well, another point on this, and I'm repeating a point you've made.
Of course you are. What else would you do?
Because you mentioned Amazon and all the rest of it. And we've talked about this before. Like, if you're going to sell through Amazon, which is great, really powerful distribution network, put flyers in for your own company.
Well, yes, that's right, because they'll block you on the adverts on Amazon and on Facebook from putting your email or contact details. So put flyers in, give them a reason to come back and deal through your website.
Exactly.
A discount, special offer, a free poster of Graham from some funny site he's on. Whatever works, you've got to be out there pushing your business all the time, not relying on these parasites like Amazon and Facebook that seem to give you good opportunities, which, at the beginning, it's a way to get started. There's no reason to walk away from them. Just make sure you're ready for them when they finally shit all over you. Then you've got the same thing goes with people like the Deliveroo and Uber Eats and all these type of things. What did you do the other day when you got an Uber delivery?
Well, I get them, and I'll do. If I like them, I'll go on the website.
You go to the restaurant or cafe's website.
Yeah, I'll go to the website, and the good ones, the clever ones, will give you £1 off or £2 off, which is what they would have paid Uber Eats anyway. Yeah. And then I'll start ordering through the website. I found one near me where they give you a free 14-inch pizza if you order directly through the website.
But you tend to order from the same places anyway. Yeah. So why not build a relationship with your local takeaway? Or if you're buying books or whatever you're buying online, why not, once you've bought something, why not go direct to the person that supplied you and build a relationship up? And as the business owner, why not you be the one to encourage people to do that with you? It makes sense because, Facebook... there was no communication going on. WhatsApp. I mean, we've got internal. We use WhatsApp to communicate across our organisation, but it didn't matter to us because we use all the software as well. Like for instance, Salesforce, where we have internal communication systems. So if Facebook and WhatsApp and all these people went bankrupt tomorrow, we would still have our own internal methods of communicating with people. And it's not that we were that clever because there's so many of these things around. All I'm saying to you is don't rely on these firms because they will end up, like I say, either shitting all over you on purpose or doing it because they just don't give a damn. And then all of a sudden the prices will go up and up and up, and where they don't charge, they will charge, and they'll give you a premium service, and then that's the only thing that'll work. They're only about money, these guys. So, right, Tories.
Whoa. Before we carry on, can I give us some shout-outs? Because we've got a lot of people here.
Yeah, who's in?
Mark's in today, cup of tea.
Hello, Mark. Oh, I fancy a cup of tea. I've just got some water, which I spilt all over the...
Happy Dog's in, and he's roasting Charlie really badly.
That's not nice.
I'll show you this one. There we go.
That's not nice. What's he said?
We've got Charlie dressed like he's off for a bag of glue around the back of Greg's after the show.
Okay.
And that's actually not too far off the...
And it's reasonable because it's after the show.
Yeah.
There's a time for work and a time for doing what makes you happy. It'd be good if it's the same thing, isn't it?
York's Kev's in as well. I saw Colin.
Yeah.
Jesus. There's loads of you though.
Jesus, that's my son.
Jesus is in there as well. Yeah.
Sorry, are we finished? Has anyone got any actual questions for me?
Have we finished?
No, have we got any actual questions?
How dare you disrespect our audience?
How can I disrespect this one?
Do you want some of the questions that we're getting? Do you actually want to see?
Are they about business or tax?
They're about certain kinds of business.
Do you know? But I was on TikTok the other night, and I was looking at the type of adverts that accountants put on, thinking, how could our TikTok go? How would the adverts go? And I kept getting these sort of like, say prostitutes. Apparently on TikTok, accountancy is a code word for sex worker. No, it's true. I looked it up because I didn't understand it.
Can't think of anything more polar opposite.
Yeah, but it is. Look it up. I mean, sure, Graham already knows. But you look. Actually, if you look up sex worker, will you get an accountant? No, I'm just saying. But are we finished with the hello, everybody? Yeah.
We nearly got a new client here. Me doing exactly that. Do you remember a few weeks ago?
Just remind me what it was.
I was literally looking up sex workers that need an accountant, and I found a sex worker that did a tweet saying, "Are there any accountants out there?" And she nearly signed up.
Did she sign up?
I was tweeting.
Why didn't she sign up?
Well, Tony cocked it up, didn't he? Hey?
Did he not measure up?
He probably got a bit excited.
Yeah, probably didn't measure up.
I think she wanted a sub that was going to do it for free, not an actual legitimate firm. That was,
no, we don't do stuff like that.
No.
Not anymore. No. So, Tories, they're back in town. I don't know what they're back in town for. I hate them, honestly. It's pathetic. No. They come into our city, blocking up the roads. I went out for dinner on Saturday night, and they're everywhere. It took me 40 minutes to get home because of the bleeding Tory party conference. I mean, I don't know why they can't do it on FaceTime, or, do it online. Why can't they do it online, Graham? Why do they have to disturb all the roads and why?
If you had actually listened to the Prime Minister's
I don't listen to anyone.
It was a grand display that we have got past COVID. The whole point, there was no masks in the audience.
But why can't they do it online?
They were cheek to cheek.
Yeah, but online,
It's a celebration that we have risen again as a country.
Who's that politician that's blind? Quite a clever guy. Yeah.
Blunkett, yeah.
Well, I went to a meeting a few months ago online with him talking and all these politician types and important people. I got onto the wrong channel. I was looking for something else, but I was looking for Uber for pizza and stuff, and I got onto David Blunkett talking.
You're the Mr. Magoo of the internet, aren't you?
Well,
you were trying to find a pizza, and suddenly you're listening.
No, I was actually. It's one of the groups I belong to, and they had this seminar, and David Blunkett was hosting it. He actually spoke beautifully, but I wouldn't go and see them with loads of people sweating and being smelly and everywhere. But I do think that everything they said could have been done online. We didn't need to block up the roads. And I mean, I know there was loads of police everywhere, and I don't know whether they were guarding the politicians and everything, or whether they were just making sure that the prostitutes and drugs were getting to them.
A lot of both, I reckon.
I can't say that, can I? Yeah. But, I was listening a little bit to what our Boris was saying. I do, because I quite, he went jogging in that, didn't he?
Yeah. An entire suit, and he just swapped out the pants for shorts.
Do you know, he's very much braver than me. I wouldn't do it. I just don't like shorts. Even when I was a kid, I got sent home from school because I wouldn't wear shorts. I just never liked shorts.
I hated them until I became a dad.
You always wear them.
No, the second I became a dad, I just got dad shorts on.
I don't like it. I mean, it's a good sport, I suppose, for doing that. But, I don't know. These games are beyond me. I come to work, I wear whatever Nanny puts out for me, and it's usually something black, a white shirt, and that's what I do. If I dress myself, look, I'm in a polo neck, that I'm a bit small for me now, but that's why I've got to put my coat on.
That our country's representative on the world stage is running around looking like that.
Is he on the stage, or is he just running around?
Well, he's on the barriers to the conference. He knows.
I don't know. I don't think it makes me respect or lose respect for him. I think it's part of the game they play. The people, he's much more accessible. He's nicer. But the thing is, if I came to work with that and I went to see clients, I don't think they'd. I don't think they'd be too impressed. And I think if I went to see my doctor and he turns up in shorts and a T-shirt, and I don't think I'd be too impressed. And going to see a prime minister or a politician, do you have any respect? Do they need to prove respect, or do they just need to just stay in the public view and saying, look what I'm doing? But what he was talking about, like, everyone, let's get back to work. I think there is a lot of that. I'm not one of these people that think the government should be responsible for funding everybody. Furlough's finished now. People have got responsibilities. I don't think we should be a low-wage, benefit-driven society. But I don't believe that people should be given a raise to keep up with the cost of living or do anything. I think we should have a better infrastructure that trains people, gives us better products, better production, better services. And so because you're providing more, then you get a better price for it. And that's the same with looking back at the type of people we deal with, people that have got small businesses. And even my own lesson, we can offer a service at a price, but if we want to give the extra service and the extra facilities that we want to give small businesses, then it's impossible to give it without charging more. So I'm not just saying, listen, my fees were X, now they're X plus 1 because I'm putting the prices up. I'm saying my fees are X, they're still X, but now I've offered this new product, this new level of service, which is going to be X plus 1. But you're getting more for it. And I think that's what society needs. I don't think it needs more sort of like low production because of low quality production because of low wages. I do agree with him at that point, and it's not putting anybody down. It's saying let's do more, let's get better, and charge for it appropriately. And I think this is the message. It's difficult to get because people think, yeah, let's raise the wages, and it's automatically money for nothing and more expense. But if we can get more because we're doing something better, it's going to cost more, but we'll get more. And I think that's what Boris, if he's not saying that, that's what I'm getting from it. You had something to say from that before, didn't you?
Can I just say?
You look like you're going to smoke something there. You look right. You were really... Sorry, go on. You've taught me so much about drugs and...
You don't lie. Right, if you look to your right there, the TV behind you, I stuck that Stephen Englander.
You've taken that from my old office.
Yeah, it's off your door.
Yeah, thank you.
Stuck it on there. You can't make out your name. Complete waste of time for everyone involved.
Yeah, but I feel happy seeing my name in gold.
Yeah.
Now that you've sort of destroyed my old office door.
I saw the sparkle of the light on it then, and just for a second I got all excited about Christmas. Are we gonna?
It's gonna get cancelled.
Can I get a fiver to get some fairy lights to put round the tellies, please?
Yes.
A bit of tinsel.
You can, Graham.
Clip that.
Graham,
clip
you
that.
can have that file. Charlie, give him a fiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I tell you what, though.
Yeah.
I tell you what. There was a transparent thing that frustrated me with the Tory conference, and it was this. Do you remember the Pandora Papers thing?
Oh, it's great.
You know that guy. What was his name? Mohammed.
They've opened Pandora's box with Mohammed, but he's not the only one. You know, I mean, would you give bribes to gain gain an advantage? So if someone said to you, "There you go, Graham, I'll give you 50 quid. Give me 50 quid, and I'll give you a job worth 50
Everyone
grand."
does it.
Would you do it?
Everyone
Sometimes
does it.
they call it incentives, don't they?
Yeah.
So maybe this is an incentive. I'm not going to comment because, you know, these when I see these types of stories, there's always more to it. There's always more to it, and I don't want to say this is how big business works or this is how they work in politics, but it's beyond me all this time. So I don't like to comment. All I'm more concerned that nobody offers me any bribes.
All day we're waiting.
I don't know what they bribe me to do.
We're by the door. We're waiting.
Yeah, and it's not like I ever meet anyone that I can bribe to give me an advantage. And I wouldn't know how to do it. How do you offer someone a bribe? Do you go up to them and start winking? Would you, Charlie? How would you offer someone a bribe? A bribe.
A bribe?
A bribe. How would you do it?
Just a bit slyly.
Go on, show me the face.
Show you?
How? Go on, give me an
I
example.
don't really have a face. I've never done it.
Hey, you must have bribed someone. You're still alive. No.
I've never bribed anybody.
Right.
I just tell them take that.
Take that.
Do you know what? Do you ever see that film, The Beach? With
I read the book.
Well,
because I read it because it came out just before I went to Thailand.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll read that.
Well, you know all the tourists go there.
Yeah.
It's a national park.
Oh, is it?
And I bribed the people watching it to let me stay. So when all the people went, I was like, bye. And me and I did some loving on the beach. It was very exciting.
Oh, that must have been what I stood in. Oh.
Yeah. Some pirates watching as well.
It's known for that, isn't it? Pirates out there.
Yeah, there was pirates. They had a light on me, and I was like, this is the best.
You know, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to relax myself and put myself in a different position because I want to tell you I'm so excited about our move. It keeps getting delayed because there's people we're relying on, but we're so excited because we've got this new studio and it's upstairs, it's in its own section, and we've got seating for about 90 people and probably mixing space for, I don't know, 40, 50, and it's got several rooms. So we're moving the whole studio up there, and we're saying, you know, get involved with us on this. You know, it's all very reasonable how we're going to do things. You're going to get professional treatment. You're going to get the whole thing, whatever you want to put together, filmed, and we can maybe work together on networking and helping all our businesses grow. So I am excited over that, and it's open for everybody to get involved with me. And like I say, we've got plenty of space. It's all going to be dedicated studio and event place. We've even got coffee and catering facilities. So if it's something that interests you, or even if you think, well, how could putting on events, or how could using this space be an advantage, just let me know. We'll come up with some ideas. I mean, we've got one guy that wants to put an auction on. We've got another guy that wants to put on a talk. We've got who else wanted to come and use it for something that I thought was quite good.
We've got a few people, but I'm not sure we should say it on air. But we've got some people like
there's some ideas.
Big event room. Very reasonably priced.
We've got some friends of Hayden that can't get places, venues to give talks about their views on certain issues, but you know, we can use it because we won't cancel them as long as they're not rude. And if they are rude, they're rude in the right way. But yeah, I mean, we've got a gentleman I was speaking to the other day that's a financial advisor that he thinks, you know, he's something that he's been looking to do. So it's not just about me, accounts direct, putting shows on and events on. Come and use it. Come and use it. We'll come up with something that works for you. That's our shout out for the studio. And I hope you do join us there. We were talking in the office before, you know, talking about criminals and whatever. We're talking about fracking, and fracking is something that seems a very odd thing to do, considering we have loads and loads of gas already, tons of reserves, and
we have enough gas under our feet right now for 500 years.
You've probably got that amount in your arse at the moment.
Here we go.
You know, but it's, you know, we've got loads of gas. So why are gas bills? I have got respect.
No respect.
I have. It comes out with disrespect. That's how I show it. But you know, why are these hikes in gas? Is it because we can't get? Is it the transportation? Is it what is it?
Went up by 39%, and the funny thing is, well, that Suez Canal got blocked again, didn't it? And that's caused knock-on effect. Yeah. The driver shortage has spread to Europe now.
It's just mad. I mean, I'm thinking maybe we should just get a little fracking machine for the back garden.
Yes.
Is that something we could do?
Right, okay. Do you remember 10 years ago there was all Bez?
I don't remember yesterday.
You don't remember this morning, I know. But, you know, Bez was there like, we shouldn't frack, but all we've ended up doing is buying fracked.
Do you remember
gas
when we
from
had
abroad?
Bez on one of our shows? Do you remember? When it wasn't he running for some sort of local political office?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
The fracking issue. It was on the pilot for the Richie Allen show.
I remember when we were doing that, because we had him in the office, and my son came running in and said, "Oh, Bez is here," and I said, "Oh, that's nice. Who's Bez?" Do you remember? He was a singer, wasn't he? No. Was he a dancer?
He was a tambourine player.
For who?
Happy Mondays.
Happy Mondays. That was it. Okay. So
many drugs.
Yeah, I remember. So yeah. So. I've lost my track. Yeah, but is this something to be aware of? Right back to two messages that I'm taking from this nonsense. One, there's no point fighting because we're not going to win, and two, there's no point. So we need to adapt to what's going on. So if we know that there's going to be a hike in prices, we need to look at the effect it has on our business, like sort of risk management, and then take appropriate action. That might be introduce different types of products or premises, or it might be to readdress our pricing structure or our delivery methods. So it's whether it's petrol or whether it's fracking, we've got to constantly be adapting, not just roll with the punch. So we're coming up to the end of. Okay. It's interrupted me. I was about to give a nice ending to the show.
I know. You can do your ending in a second. I've had an idea.
Oh, okay. You've never had an idea.
No, right. What if we just level Blackpool? Level it, gone.
Yeah.
And then we've got 500 years of steady gas prices.
Why would we have? Oh, because we'd frack Blackpool. I like Blackpool. I've had lots of happy memories in
like
Blackpool.
And you know what?
And Hayden was born in Blackpool.
You can go there. They can build a shaky exhibit thing, so you can go and be like, whoa, all the earthquakes and everything. It'd be great.
Would we not get the same thing from flattening
castles and that?
Droylsden? Where do you come from?
Fuck you, man.
So yeah, I just don't listen to. Honestly, you pay peanuts, honestly. But there are a few other things we want to talk about, and one of them I think we've not mentioned. Oh, by the way, petrol's on the move now. You know, it's the army had to come in and try and sort it out, but but then again, it's not the first time an army's gone somewhere to sort out a fuel problem. You know, especially in the Middle East. But who do you think will be the next James Bond?
Me.
Do you reckon?
No.
Not. I've sent my CV in. I don't know.
What do you reckon? Do you think this is you? Obviously, I've got.
I think there's James Bond.
I've got a better one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be James Bond when he goes into retirement.
What do you reckon?
I reckon Tom Hardy might still put me to the...
No. I think I've got a chance. Oh, that's nice. Yep. No. So
you look like a Make-A-Wish James Bond there, bless you.
That's not nice. I that was at my son's wedding. Anyway, I've got my granddaughter sat next to me there, so you've cut her out the shot.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to put pictures of your family in that.
Do you know what? I think we should have a poll.
Yeah.
I think we should. Charlie, you're our PR guy. I think we should have a poll. Who should be the next James Bond? Stephen? No one else.
No. Let's straight up do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. A poll.
Stop saying poll.
Poll.
Let's
What?
Poll.
What did I say?
Let's do Stephen, Graham, and Charlie. Do it that
Let's
way.
go for it.
Throw it out there.
I don't think we should put Charlie in it. That gives us too much of an unfair advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Have you done it?
I'm doing it now.
Okay, there you go. So hopefully you'll vote for me, and then we can send it over to Hollywood and the Broccolis, and they can pitch me in the next James Bond show. But there are other things to talk about, but we've run out of time as usual. I've had a good time tonight. I hope you've had a good time tonight, and I hope you have a lovely week. And we've got a guy, he doesn't know it yet, but he's coming on the show, one of our interviews, who is, he's been owner at a company that's been delivering goods all over Europe for many, many years. And I'm going to ask him how he's found the petrol shortage and drivers. So thank you very much for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.